At the beginning of the drama, Liu goes into a perfume shop. She is looking at the perfumes carefully. She likes perfumes a lot. Her dream is to create her own perfume. A staff member from the shop comes to her and says, "This perfume is our best-selling perfume. Many celebrities use it." Liu is listening to her and picks up the perfume in her hand. Suddenly, a hand appears, and the perfume she was holding in her hand falls down. Just then, Liu starts having nightmares. There are a lot of students there who are making fun of her ugly face. Seeing this, Liu gets scared, and just then, her eyes open, and she was dreaming all this. Then she quickly gets up and starts getting ready for college. Just then, her mom and dad come there and say to her, "Today is your first day of college, and if anyone bothers you in college," Liu says, "Now I have had plastic surgery, now no one will bully me, so you don't worry about me now." Mom says, "Still, we will stay with you for a few days and support you." Liu says, "There is no need for that, you guys go. I will manage everything myself." Mom says, "Okay, we will go back. But if you have any problem, I have spoken to the neighbor. You talk to them, they will support you." Liu says, "Okay." After this, Liu comes to college and is a little scared that no one will bother her. Here, we are shown her school time, where Liu used to wear a mask on her face all the time because her face was very bad, and because of this, all the students used to bully her. Then she's in college and starts looking at her class list, asking herself, "Do I know anyone in this or not?" While looking at the list, she reaches the class. Reaching near the classroom door, she opens the door and sees 3 boys talking there. In it, one's name is Mock, the second's name is Film, and the third's name is Jerry. Mock has drawn pictures of a girl named Faye here, and he is showing them. Seeing those pictures, Jerry says, "You have made very good pictures. Will you make such pictures of me too?" Mock says, "Yes, why not? I will definitely make them for you." Here, Mock says, "I like Faye." Hearing this, Film and Jerry say, "Faye is a very beautiful girl. She will not like you. So come out of your dream world and live in the present." Seeing everyone, Liu says to herself, "I don't know any of them, which means that no one here will find out about my past." Just then, Anne comes into the class, whom Mock says hello to, but Anne says bye and leaves. Seeing her too, Liu says, "I don't know her either." Then Mimi and Paula come into the class. They both are coming while talking to each other. Seeing them too, Liu says, "I don't know them either." Then they both go and sit in their seats. And just then, Faye comes there. Faye is very beautiful, so everyone starts looking at her. Liu, seeing Faye, thinks, "She is so beautiful, and her beauty is 100% natural." Faye then goes to Jerry and says to him, "Is the seat next to you empty?" Jerry says, "Yes, it's empty, you can sit." So Faye sits next to him. Liu is standing at the door. Just then a boy comes from behind, and he says to her, "How long will you stand here?" Hearing this, Liu turns back, and seeing him, she recognizes him. This is Karen, who used to study with her in school. Over there, Faye is asking Mimi, "Have all the students of the class arrived?" Mimi says, "No, Liu and Karen have not arrived yet." Over there, Liu recognizes Karen and calls him by his name. Karen says, "You remember me." Saying this, he comes near her, smells her, and goes inside. When Karen comes into the class, everyone looks at him and says, "He is so hot." But Mock says, "No, I am hotter than him." Hearing this, Jerry says to him, "Yes, you are hotter." Mimi says, "He has come, but Liu hasn't come yet, and if she doesn't come, you will be the representing major hot girl." Hearing this, Faye says, "I am not interested in these things at all." Seeing Karen, Liu had lost her confidence. Now she's coming into the class hiding her face. Just then, Karen calls her by her name. Hearing this, all the students start looking at her, and Mimi says, "Oh, so this is Liu." Here, Liu again has bad nightmares, and she feels that all the students are bullying her. Just then, Faye goes to her and asks her, "What happened to you? Why have you stopped here?" Liu says, "Nothing." Faye tells her her name, and then asks her name, so Liu tells her her name. After that, Faye says to everyone, "Look how beautiful she is and how natural her face is." Hearing this, Liu says, "No, it's nothing like that." So Faye says, "Will you be my friend?" Liu says, "Yes." So Faye takes her along and makes her sit on the seat next to her. Then Faye asks everyone, "Where is the attendance sheet?" Then she finds out that the attendance sheet is with Karen. She goes to Karen and takes the sheet. Here, Karen is looking at her angrily. Still, she brings the sheet and gives it to Liu to mark her attendance. Here, Liu is very scared because she is feeling that Karen will tell everyone the truth about her. Thinking this, she looks towards Karen, and Karen is also looking at her. Then the teacher comes into the class and their class starts. Then after the class is over, Faye says to Liu, "I feel like you don't want to see that boy, nor do you want to talk to him." Saying this, she looks towards Karen, then says to Liu, "He is coming towards you." Hearing this, Liu gets scared that now he will tell everyone the truth. Just then, Karen comes near her, and Faye grabs Liu's hand and runs away with her, and Karen is not able to talk to Liu. Then when Faye is running away with her, seeing this, Liu feels very good. Faye takes her to a place and says, "Here, whatever wish you make loudly, it comes true." Saying this, she shows her by making her own wish. She says, "I want to become a chemistry researcher, and I want to become a good professor." Then Faye says to Liu, "Now, you make your wish." So Lu makes her wish, I want to become a perfumer. When she's making her wish, a professor from above scolds them both and says, you two be quiet, why are you making so much noise? Faye says, I lied to you. Here you make a wish silently, but I wanted to know what you want to become, so I did this. Then Faye gives her a notebook and says, this is a friendship notebook. If you write your name in it, then from today we both will become friends. Hearing this, Liu becomes very happy. Just then, Mimi and Paula also come there. Mimi says to Faye, you shouldn't have come like this. You should have told us. We would have come with you too. To this, Faye says sorry to them. Then she takes a group photo with them. After taking the photo, Faye says to Mimi and Paula, now you two go from here. I want to take photos alone with Liu. Hearing this, they both leave. After they leave, Faye takes a selfie with Liu. Liu is very happy with all this, that now she also has a friend, and Karen is watching all this from behind. Then at night, all the students meet at one place where Mock says to Film, tell everyone that they have to vote and choose the class's representative hot girl and hot boy. Film then tells this to everyone, so everyone votes. Then a boy named Saint comes there, seeing whom Mock says to him, you have had so many girlfriends, you should give me some tips about this too. I like a girl but I can't tell her. Saint asks him, who is that girl? So Mock tells him about Faye. Saint starts looking at her. Just then his eyes fall on Liu with Faye, so he starts looking at her. On counts the votes and tells everyone that among the boys, Karen has become the representative hot boy, and among the girls, Liu and Faye have got equal votes. Hearing this, everyone starts thinking about who will become the class's representative hot girl now. To this, Liu says, I don't know anything about these things at all, so I think Faye should be the one because she has knowledge about all this. Faye says, you guys should choose Liu for this. In my opinion, Liu is the best, and her skin is also 100% natural. That's why Liu should be the one, because she is very beautiful, and my beauty is nothing in front of hers. Liu is shocked to hear her words, and here everyone else also feels that Faye is really a very good girl after seeing her good behavior. Faye says, I will vote for Liu only, that she should become the class's representative hot girl. Who among you will support me and vote for Liu? Hearing Faye's words, everyone raises their hand, but Karen does not raise his hand. Faye says to Karen, why are you not raising your hand? Do you have a problem with Liu? Liu is also looking at him. Karen says, I will not vote because I think what is being shown is not the truth. To this, Mock says, leave him. We are all voting, aren't we? Now everyone together had made Liu the hot girl, but Liu is not happy with this. Faye says, no one can represent our class as well as she can. After this, Faye says to Liu, why are you sitting quietly? You should speak too. Liu doesn't understand what to say here. She thinks, Faye is a very good girl, and a lot of wrong is happening with her. That's why she tells everyone the truth. My beauty is not real. I have had plastic surgery. Hearing this, everyone is shocked. So Liu says sorry to everyone and leaves from there. Karen is also watching all this. Then Liu comes out and starts crying, looking at the friendship notebook given by Faye, and at the same time is thinking, now no one will be my friend anymore. Then Karen also comes there. Seeing Karen, Liu wipes her tears and says to him, now you are happy, right? This is what you wanted, right? Karen says, it's nothing like that. Inside, Faye tells everyone, what is happening with Liu is all wrong, and we should stop this, and we should make Liu the hot girl. Hearing this, the rest say, but she has had plastic surgery. Faye says, so what? Maybe I couldn't become her good friend. That's why she didn't tell me this. This is all my fault. Mock says, no, it's not your fault at all. Faye says, then we should make Liu the hot girl. Then Film says, if we make Liu the hot girl and everyone else finds out that she has had plastic surgery, then what will happen? Faye says, but I want Liu to be the hot girl. On this matter, the rest also say, you are so good, you always think good for everyone. Then they also decide, we will make Liu the hot girl. Outside, Karen tells Liu, Faye already knew about your plastic surgery. When I came to class, she was looking at the photos posted by your mom and dad, in which they were telling that today our daughter is going for plastic surgery. She wanted to bring your truth out in front of everyone. That's why she was being so nice to you, so that you would tell everyone your truth. And you did exactly that, falling for her words and telling everyone your truth. Karen tells all this to Liu, and hearing this, Liu is shocked. Inside, Faye and the others get together and post online. Liu has had plastic surgery and we are still making her the hot girl. As soon as this post is made, comments start coming in. How can a plastic girl get the title of hot girl? This title should go to Faye, and here a great injustice is being done to Faye. For this, they should have chosen Faye. She is very good and beautiful too. Faye also sends her and Liu's photo here. Seeing this, everyone is saying, look at this, on one side there is natural beauty, and on the other side there is plastic beauty. The title of hot girl should go to Faye. Here too, Faye looks more beautiful than her Faye is very happy to see all this. Over there, Karen tells Liu everything. But Liu doesn't believe his words and says, "You are lying. I made a friend with such difficulty and you want to snatch her away from me too?" Saying this, she starts to leave, so Karen stops her and says, "I am not lying. This is the truth. Faye is not a good girl." But Liu doesn't listen to anything he says and starts to leave from there. So Karen grabs her hand. Just then, Saint comes there, and he says to Karen, "Let go of the girl's hand. If she doesn't want to talk to you, you can't force her." Seeing Saint, Liu is surprised as to who this is who is helping me. Karen says, "We are both friends and are talking to each other." But Saint says, "I have been watching you two for a long time. She doesn't want to talk to you." Then Saint asks Liu, "Do you want to talk to him?" Liu says, "No, I don't want to talk to him at all." Hearing this, Saint says, "Now you will not talk to her at all." Hearing this, Karen becomes quiet, and Liu says thanks to Saint and leaves from there. After she leaves, Saint says to Karen, "Don't bother her again." Hearing this, Karen says, "You mind your own business." Saint says, "I will mind my own business, but you should mind your own business too." Saying this, he leaves from there. After he leaves, Karen sees that Liu's perfume is lying on the ground, so he picks it up. Then when Liu is going home, Saint is following her. Seeing this, she gets scared. She thinks, "Why is this boy following me?" Then she walks quickly and reaches her house, and Saint also comes behind her. She says to him, "Why are you following me?" So Saint says, "I was not following you. I live right here. I was coming to my own house." Then he is opening the door of his house, and seeing this, Liu remembers her mom had said, "If you have any emergency, you should talk to Saint." Remembering this, she gets embarrassed. The next day, she is drying clothes on her terrace when she receives some messages on that same night's online post. Reading them, Liu becomes very sad. She thinks, "Now people know everything that I have had plastic surgery." Seeing all this, she becomes very sad. Just then, her mom and dad call, so she pretends with them as if nothing has happened. When they ask her about the first day of college, she says, "Everything is fine." Then Saint comes there, and he tells her mom and dad everything that happened in college yesterday. Liu says to Saint, "You have no right to tell my mom and dad all this." Saint is still not being quiet and tells her mom and dad, "When you guys called, she was pretending as if nothing had happened, but the truth is that she is very sad from the inside." Hearing all this, her mom and dad say, "Don't worry, everything will be fine. And from now on, if there is any problem, you tell Saint." Liu says, "Why should I tell him?" So mom and dad say, "If you can't tell us, then tell him. He will help you. And with this, we won't be tense either." Saying this, they cut the call. After the call is cut, Liu asks Saint, "What have you done that my mom and dad have started trusting you so much?" So Saint says, "I haven't done anything. On the contrary, your mom came to me and she told me, take care of you and protect you from bad people. So from now on, if there is any problem, call me." Saying this, he takes her phone and sends a message to his mobile from her phone. He says, "Now, my number is in this. You can call me whenever you want." Saying this, he leaves. After he leaves, Liu says, "This boy is so clever. He took my number so quickly." After this, Liu is in her house and she gets a message from Saint in which it is written, "Don't you worry, there are still some people with you." And he also sends her a screenshot of a post in which someone had called Liu a plastic girl. So Faye had replied to it, "Whether she has had plastic surgery or not, she is still very beautiful." Seeing this, Liu becomes very happy and writes her name in her friendship notebook. Then she comes to meet Faye, who is feeding her cat. Liu says to Faye, "It was my mistake that I didn't tell you about my plastic surgery before. And because of this, you also got a lot of negative comments from people. This is all my fault." Hearing this, Faye comes to her and sits her down at a place with her and says, "The fault is mine in this. If I had known before that you had plastic surgery, I would not have talked so much about you in front of people. Now leave this matter. Can we still be friends?" To this, Liu says yes and gives her her friendship notebook and says, "I have written my name in this." Seeing this, Faye becomes happy, and then she also gives her her friendship notebook and says, "This is your friendship notebook, and on its first page I have written my name, and from today, I am your first friend." Liu is very happy to see this. After that, Faye says, "Now you will be the representative hot girl of our class." Hearing this, Liu says, "No, I will not be. Because if I become the representative hot girl, everyone will want to know about my past, and they will also want to know how I looked in the past. And I don't want all this. Therefore, I will not become the representative hot girl. Now you become the representative hot girl." Hearing this, Faye says, "Okay, it will be as you wish." Then Faye says to Liu, "Mimi wanted a perfume. Can you tell her what kind of perfume she should use?" Liu says, "What kind of perfumes does she like?" To this, Faye says, "The kind you wore that day." Liu says, "I always keep that perfume with me." Then she starts looking for that perfume in her bag, but it is not in her bag. Liu says, "That perfume was in my bag. I don't know where it has gone now." Over there, Karen is studying at his house when his sister comes to him and asks him, "Can I take this shirt of yours?" Karen refuses and says, "No, you will sell this shirt." Sister says, "I will not sell it." Karen says, "If you want to sell things, then sell your own things, right?" To To this, his sister says, all my friends are boys, so how can I sell my things to them? Then she takes the shirt and leaves from there, and Karen is unable to say anything. After that, his sister goes to her room and starts live streaming. Over there, Karan is putting his things in his bag when his eyes fall on Liu's perfume, so he keeps it with him as well. Then he comes downstairs and his sister is live streaming. She is telling her fans, sometimes there are things in life that we can never forget. So one of her fans says, I have never been able to forget my first love. Hearing this, Karen remembers something from his school days. One day he meets Liu at school and says to her, I know you like perfumes a lot, so will you come with me to a place? Liu says, okay. So Karen takes her with him to a perfume shop. The shop owner asks him, what kind of perfume do you want? Karen says, she knows everything about perfumes, so there is no need to tell her anything. Then he says to Liu, I want a perfume, but I can't say what kind it is. So Liu gives him some perfumes to smell. Karen smells those perfumes and says, this is not it. So Liu gives him her own perfume to smell. When Karen smells it, it is the same perfume that Karen wanted, and here this scene cuts. Then Liu is in college and Mok comes to her and asks, are you okay? Liu says, yes, I am fine. Faye asks Mok, why are you asking Liu all this? Mok says, Saint has told me to take care of Liu. Faye says, why do you listen to everything Saint says? Mok says, it's not like that. I wanted to ask myself too. These people are talking about all this, and Karen is also sitting behind them watching. Just then An comes to him and says to Karen, aren't you feeling a bit strange seeing this? Karen says, what? Anne says, I don't know why, but I feel that Faye is not a good girl. She is just pretending to be good. Then everyone is in the lab where the teacher tells them, you're not to eat or drink anything here. Faye is eating something here, so she says sorry to the teacher and says, I will be careful about this from now on. After that, the teacher tells her to tie her hair. So Faye starts tying her hair with style, due to which everyone starts looking at her, and Mok even starts taking her picture here. Then after class is over, when Liu is leaving, Karen comes to her and says, stay away from Mok. I have heard that he keeps flirting with girls. To this, Liu says, what's your problem? Why are you after me? Don't you want to see me happy? Karen says, it's nothing like that. I was just trying to explain to you. Liu says, who are you to judge anyone? You are not good either. Do you remember once you took me to a perfume shop? I thought maybe you wanted to be friends with me. You asked me to find a perfume there. I gave you my own perfume to smell, and you said, it's not good at all. I hate it. And then when some bully boys bullied me and locked me in the bathroom, you didn't help me then either. And I fainted right there. And then I regained consciousness in the hospital. This was from Liu's side. Now we are shown Karen's side. When he went to the perfume shop with Liu, he was trying to get close to Liu. He also liked Liu's perfume very much, but he didn't like its cover at all, so he said about the cover, I didn't like it. But Liu misunderstood him here and she left from there. Liu says, everyone else called my face ugly, but you called my taste bad. Karen says, it's nothing like that. I was talking about the bottle's cover and I thought that if we talk about this topic, we would become friends. Liu says, oh, so that was the matter. Then you should have saved me from being bullied too, right? Here we are shown a scene from Karen's perspective, that when those boys bullied Liu and locked her in the washroom, Karen came there and chased those boys away from there. And after that, when he went to Liu in the washroom, Liu had already fainted by then. And then it was Karen who took her to the hospital as well. But before she regained consciousness, he had gone out of the hospital for some work. And after he left, Liu regained consciousness. That's why Liu couldn't find out that it was Karen who brought her here. Hearing this, Liu says to him, you have done a lot for me, right? Now, if you want to do something good for me, then stay away from me. To this, Karen says, okay, if you think that by me staying away, everything will be fine in your life, then I will not meet you and will stay away from you. Then Karen gives her her perfume and leaves from there. After he leaves, Mok comes there and asks Liu, what happened? What did he say to you? Is everything okay? Liu also says, yes, everything is fine. The next day, Mok says to his friends, I have decided that I will propose to Liu. His friends say, but you like Faye, don't you? Mok says, many boys have proposed to Faye, but Faye has rejected them all. She will reject me too, so I have thought I will propose to Liu. And I think Liu doesn't have much confidence, and she will agree to be my girlfriend, and will also go on an outing with me. Mok is talking about all this with his friends when Karen and An, sitting upstairs, overhear his words. Hearing this, An says, I think you should help Liu, and you should tell her all this. Karen says, I will not help her at all. Hearing this, An says, I don't know what has happened to him. Why is he saying this? Then, Liu is sitting in the canteen with her friends when Mok comes there and says to her, I need to talk to you about something. Will you come to the side with me? Liu says, okay. Then they are both sitting at a table, where Mok loudly confesses his love to her. Hearing this, Liu is shocked, and everyone else is also surprised. Hearing all this, Karen is getting angry, and Faye is also watching all this. Liu is very shocked here, so she says she needs to go to the bathroom and leaves from there. After she leaves, Faye comes to Mok and says, it seems I am too late. Mok says, late for what? Faye says, I like you, but I was late in telling you this. I think I have a last chance, so I am telling you all this now. Now I think this is Liu's first love proposal, so she will be very happy for it and will also say yes to you. Over there, Liu is really very happy and is ready to say yes. Here, Faye is stirring up trouble. She says, I just want you and Liu to be happy together now. Saying this, she leaves from there. Mok keeps calling her, but she doesn't listen to anything he says. Karen is also watching all this. Then Liu comes back and is about to say yes to Mok, but before that, Mok says to her, I was just rehearsing for a drama, and you also acted very well. Hearing all this, tears come to Liu's eyes, and she starts to leave from there. Just then, Faye also comes to her and starts to go with her. Mok is also going after both of them, so Karen puts his foot in the way and makes him fall. Karen says to him, I didn't do it on purpose, it happened by mistake. Mok doesn't listen to anything he says and starts fighting with him. So Karen doesn't stay quiet either, and here both of them fight, which everyone is recording. After this, both are in the principal's office, and the principal is scolding both of them. Why did you two fight? Mok here puts all the blame on Karen and says he started the fight first. Karen says, I did not start the fight first, he started the fight. But Mok is still putting all the blame on Karen. So the principal says to Mok, do you have any evidence that he started the fight first? So Mok calls Saint and calls him there and is thinking, Saint will support me. But after coming here, Saint shows the principal the video of when these two were fighting. As soon as she sees that video, the principal understands Mok had started the fight. Then the principal scolds Mok a lot and also tells him, say sorry to Karen. Mok admits his mistake here and says sorry to Karen. Then when Saint is waiting for the elevator, Karen also comes there. So Saint says to him, I think you should say thanks to me that I helped you. So Karen says thanks to him and goes into the elevator. Saint also goes into the elevator after him. Then Faye, to cheer up Liu's mood, brings her to a place where there are a lot of perfumes. Liu becomes very happy seeing it and says to Faye, you are so good. I don't know why Karen keeps saying random things about you. Hearing this, Faye says, I feel like Karen doesn't want to leave you here either. Did you two have any bad memories in the past? Hearing this, Liu tells her, he was in my school. After that, Faye says to Liu, after you left from there, I went to Mok and I told him, I like you. I actually wanted to test him to see if he really likes you, or if he was doing all this just to pass the time with you. And look, my test was correct. He doesn't like you. He was just going to pass time with you. When I was talking about this with Mok, Karen must have heard my words and misunderstood me. Liu says, what you did was right, that you found out beforehand. Otherwise, if I had dated him later, I would never have known that he doesn't like me and is just passing time with me. Then Faye hugs her and says, everything will be all right. After this, Liu says, I will talk to Karen and explain to him. Faye says, you don't need to talk to him at all. Just then Mimi and Paula come there, and they say to Faye, don't you feel bad about Karen's words at all? Faye says, no. To this, Mimi says, could it be that you have started to like Karen? Hearing this, Faye starts to smile, and just then, she gets a call from Mok, so she hides her mobile behind her so that no one knows that she got a call from Mok. Then, Karen is at his house, and he finds a photo in which those people and his mom are there. So Karen tears his mom's photo from it and throws it in the dustbin. The next day, Liu goes to do laundry, and Saint also comes there and says to her, I asked Mok to take care of you, but I didn't know he would do something like this. So I apologize to you on his behalf, and from now on, I will take care of you myself. I won't ask anyone else. Liu says, no, I will take care of myself. Saying this, she tries to open the washing machine to take out the clothes, but the washing machine is not opening for her. Seeing this, Saint says, look, she needs my help right now. Then he opens the washing machine for her, and here, these two become friends again. Then Faye meets with Mok. Mok asks her, you really like me, right? Faye says, yes, I really like you, but we have to end it here because if Liu finds out about all this, she will feel bad. To this, Mok says, if Liu is not here, then you will date me, right? Hearing this, Faye asks him, what are you going to do? Mok doesn't give any answer. So Faye starts to leave from there. But while leaving, she turns back and looks at Mok. And here, she wants Mok to somehow get Liu's old pictures and bring them in front of everyone. Then Faye goes to meet Karen and deliberately bumps into him and drops her powder, which breaks. So Karen says, I will get you a new one. Faye says, you are very nice. Tell me your school's name. I will tell everyone. The boys of that school are very nice. Karen doesn't tell her. Faye asks him again and again. So Karen says, no matter what you do, I will not tell you anything. Saying this, he leaves. Faye gets a message from someone. I have an old photo of Liu from school. I also used to study in the same school. Faye looks at it and then makes a face at Karen and leaves from there. Over there, Mok also posts on social media, I want Liu's school photo. Then he gets a message in reply from someone, I have Liu's school photo, and he also sends him that photo. The next day, Liu comes to college. Then she meets An. Then she gets a call from Mok, and he tells her, I have some of your old photos. Come and meet me immediately. Hearing this, Liu immediately goes to meet him. An feels a little strange seeing all this. An then meets Karin and says to him, Liu got a call from someone, and she got a little worried after hearing the call. Hearing this, Karin immediately goes to meet Liu. Over there, Mok is about to show that picture to everyone. Just then, Karen comes and stops him and starts hitting him. He also breaks his device. So Mok quickly takes out his phone and starts sending the photo to everyone. Karen stops him, but before that, Mok sends that photo to everyone. And now everyone sees Liu's old photo and says, she looked just like a ghost before. Plastic surgery has completely changed her. Liu feels bad hearing all this, so she leaves from there. Karin also comes after her, but before he comes out, Liu leaves from there. Now Karin doesn't know Liu's home address, so he calls Anne and asks for Liu's address, and then takes a taxi and goes to meet Liu. When he reaches there, he sees that Liu has hugged Saint. Seeing this, Karin feels very bad. Actually, when Liu had come there, Saint comes to meet her because Saint already knew everything. When Liu sees him, she puts her head on his shoulder and starts crying, and Karin sees this and feels very bad. Then Karin goes to a nearby store and puts a bandage on his hand because his hand was injured during the fight. He puts a bandage on his hand. Just then, Saint comes there. He asks Karin, what are you doing here? Karin says, I was just passing by, so I came. Saint says, you are lying. I know you came here for Liu. Karin says, it's nothing like that. Saint says, I don't think Mok can do something like this. I think someone made Mok do all this. Hearing this, Karen remembers that yesterday Faye had come to meet him and was asking for the school's name. Here, Karen becomes suspicious of Faye and thinks she is the one who made Mok do all this. The next day, Mok and Karen are again in the principal's office, and here the principal scolds them a lot for fighting and then lets them go with a last warning. After this, everyone is in class. But Liu has not come to college today. She is at home. She neither attends anyone's call nor replies to anyone's message. Just then, her doorbell rings. When Liu opens the door, Saint is there. To cheer her up, he takes her with him to a place where there are many perfumes kept and also the equipment for making perfume. When Liu sees it, she is surprised. Saint tells her, I also want to become a perfumer. That's why I have collected all this. Liu says, can I use these to make perfume? Saint says, yes, you can use them. Liu becomes happy hearing this and ties her hair to make perfume. Then Saint also puts an apron on her. Then Liu starts making perfume. Then Liu is making perfume with great concentration, so Saint tells her, I have received an invitation to a party. So will you go with me? A new perfume will be launched there. Liu says, I have also received an invitation to that party through a Facebook page, so we will go together. After that, they both go to the party where Saint meets some of his friends. So he starts talking with them and says to Liu, you can look at the perfumes until then. Liu then looks at a perfume and starts telling a staff member there everything about that perfume. Miss Linda also hears her words and she says to her, how do you know so much about this? Liu says, I also want to become a perfumer like you. That's why I know all this. Hearing this, Miss Linda gets impressed with her and says, you'll see, one day you will also become a very good perfumer like me. Liu becomes happy hearing this. After that, Miss Linda goes to give a speech about the perfume she made. Just then, Saint comes to Liu and says, it seems Miss Linda is very impressed with your words because she thinks she is just like me. Then Miss Linda comes back after finishing her speech and says to Liu, you are just like me, you'll see, one day you will become a very good perfumer. Then she also asks her to have a drink with her. So Liu agrees. Saint says, can I also go with you? Miss Linda says, no, we both will go alone. Then they both go to a place for a drink. There they are both talking to each other, and in the course of conversation, Liu also tells her about her plastic surgery. Then Miss Linda is also about to tell her about herself. Just then, Karen and An also come there for a drink. Liu, seeing Karen, calls out to him. Hearing this, Miss Linda turns back and starts looking at Karen. And here we find out that Karen is Miss Linda's son. Karen is also shocked to see his mom and says to Liu, you come with me, but Liu refuses to go with him. Karen says to his mom in anger, you still haven't changed, have you? You still use people for your own benefit. Liu tells him not to talk like that. So Karen leaves from there in anger. So An also goes after him. After he leaves, Miss Linda tells Liu, Karen is my son. Actually, a few years ago, there was a fight between me and Karen's dad because he was not understanding me, and for that reason, I left the house. This is the reason why Karen still hates me. Over there, An asks Karen what happened to him. Why was he talking to her like that? So Karen says, she is my mom, who left me and went away. Hearing this, An becomes quiet and says nothing. The next day, Liu meets Saint and tells him, I think we should help Miss Linda. To this, Saint says that no, Miss Linda does not need anyone's help, she will handle everything herself. Then Lou remembers Miss Linda's words. When she was with her at night, Miss Linda had told her, "Sorry, I used you because I thought I can reach Karen through you. When I call Karen, he doesn't pick up the call and he never meets me either. So I thought, if I become friends with you, I can reach my son through you." Remembering all this, Liu thinks, I should help Miss Linda. Thinking this, she calls Karen and asks him to meet. When Karen meets her, he tells her, "I have had my sister delete your photos from the internet, so now you can come back to college. Now no one will bother you." To this, Liu says, "I wanted to talk to you about something else." Karen says, "I know what you want to talk about." Just then, Karen's mom, who was sitting nearby, gets up and comes to Karen. She says to Karen, "I know you hate me, but please, listen to me once." Karen says, "I just came to say that you should stop using my friend. You only thought about yourself and that's why you left all of us. So why do you want to come back now?" Saying this, he leaves from there in anger. Liu goes after him and tries to stop him. Karen says, "I never thought you would do all this with me and call me here by lying." Liu says sorry to him, but Karen still gets angry at her and leaves from there. The next day, Liu comes to Miss Linda's office to meet her. There, Miss Linda is asking her workers to make perfume. When she sees Liu, she calls her inside as well and asks her to make perfume too. Liu also sits there and starts making perfume. After this, they are both talking together. There, Miss Linda is talking about her children. Hearing this, Liu says, "I promise you that I will send Karen to have dinner with you tonight. There, you can talk to him about everything you want to." Hearing this, Miss Linda becomes happy. After that, Liu meets Karen and requests him a lot. At first, he refuses, but on Liu's repeated requests, he agrees. Then at night, he takes his sister and goes to his mom's house for dinner. There, his mom has made her children's favorite dishes. Everyone has dinner together. After that, Karen and his mom talk. So his mom tells him, "I always wanted to be a perfumer, but your dad didn't want that. And because of this, we had a fight, because he always wanted me to stay at home and do nothing. But I didn't want that, so I was forced to leave your dad. Mom says that I am not telling you to stay with me. You can do whatever you want. If you want to stay with him, then stay. I will not force you." Hearing all this, Karen says, "I don't understand who is right and who is wrong. That's why I have decided that I will live separately from both of you and see who is right and who is wrong between you two." The next day, Liu is drying her clothes when she gets a call from Karen, and he calls her to meet. Liu goes to meet him, and Karen tells her that I want to thank you for introducing me to my mom. Liu says, "No problem." After that, they both go cycling. Then they also sit on the swings in the park. After that, they also make sketches of each other. And in this way, they both become friends. And here, Liu also realizes, on that day in the perfume shop, Karen had not actually called the perfume bad, but had called its cover bad. So Liu says, "Sorry, I misunderstood you." Then she takes out a perfume made by her own hands and gives it to him and says, "I have made this perfume and I want you to give it a name." So Karen gives it a name, which makes Liu happy. The next day, Karen comes to Liu's building and asks for a room there when he finds out there is no room vacant here, and as soon as it is vacant, we will let you know. Hearing this, Karen starts to leave when Saint sees him and asks, "Why do you want to rent a room in this building?" Karen says, "Just like that." Saint says, "I know you are doing all this for Liu, right? But let me tell you, there will be no room vacant here now, so you should look somewhere else too." Saying this, he leaves from there. And when he reaches near his room, he finds out that the uncle who lived in the room opposite him is leaving because he has been transferred somewhere else. Seeing this, Saint gets upset. Then Karen and Liu come to college. Both are coming while talking. Just then, Faye's name comes up in conversation, so Karen tells her, "Faye is not a good girl." To this, Liu says, "Why do you always misunderstand her? She is a very good girl. And you'll see, one day, you will definitely find out about this." Then they meet Anne, and she tells them, there is going to be a festival in the college where the girls of their class have been given the job of serving drinks. When Liu sees their dress, she says, "I can't do this job. This is a very short dress. I will not do this job wearing this dress." Anne says, "I have already refused." After this, Faye comes there and says to Liu, "I have written your name along with mine to serve drinks at the festival." Liu says, "I can't do this job because you have to wear a very short dress in it." To this, Faye looks at the dress and says sorry and says, "I didn't know that you would have to wear such a dress. If I had known, I would never have written your name. Anyway, I'll go and get your name removed right now." Then Faye is in the library and pretends to be sad in front of Liu. Liu asks her, "What happened?" And Faye says, "Nothing." After this, Liu gives her a chemical to hold, but Faye does not hold it, and it falls down, because of which Faye's hand gets hurt. Everyone thinks Liu did all this on purpose, but Faye says Liu is not at fault in this. After this, Liu, Mimi, and Paula take Faye to the doctor and get medicine applied to her hand. Then Faye tells them, "I tried very hard to get someone ready to serve drinks at the festival, festival with me, but no one was ready. So I thought I would do this work alone. Hearing such emotional words from Faye, Liu also agrees to work with her. Then, the day of the festival comes. Liu wears that kind of dress, but she doesn't like it at all. Then they start serving drinks at the festival. Orion sees Liu doing this work. She says to Liu, "What are you doing?" Liu says, "I am doing all this to help Faye, but please don't tell Karen all this. Otherwise, he will be worried." Anne says, "Okay, I won't tell Karen." Then Faye comes to the senior and says to him, "The people at that table are bothering me, so I won't serve them drinks." The senior says, "Okay." Then he says to Liu, "You go to them and serve them drinks." So Liu goes to serve them drinks. There, those people start bothering her too. They are repeatedly throwing things down and telling Liu to pick them up, and they are also taking photos of Liu. Liu is quietly obeying all their words. On the other side, Karen gets a room for rent in Liu's building, and he has come to fill out the form for it. Saint is also there. Here, those people are still bothering Liu. So Anne calls and tells Karen everything. As soon as Karen hears this, he comes from there without filling the form. Seeing this, Saint is surprised. Where is he going in such a hurry? And he hasn't even filled the form. Now he won't get the room. Here those people are still bothering Liu. So Karen comes there and, putting Liu behind him, says to them, "After this, I will serve you things." Saying this, he starts looking angrily at Faye because he knows all this is happening because of Faye. Seeing Karen looking at Faye, everyone thinks Karen has come here for Faye, and Mock also thinks Karen has come for Faye. Thinking this, he's getting very angry. Then after the festival is over, everyone is sitting at one place. Then Liu says to Karen, "I did all this to help Faye, and I didn't tell you all this because you would get worried." Then she asks Karen, "Are you angry with me?" Karen says, "No, I am not angry with you." Saying this, he starts looking at Faye, and Faye is also looking at him. Seeing this, everyone thinks these two like each other. They ask Faye about this. So Faye says, "It's nothing like that. We are enemies." Film says, enemies become lovers later on. Hearing this, Mock is getting angry, and he is drinking. After this, Liu leaves from there, and Karen is also going after her, so Mock stops him and says, "You came to the festival for Faye today, right? You like Faye, right? I also like Faye, so let's drink. Whoever drinks more, Faye will be his." Over there, Liu comes home, and seeing her photos and videos from today on social media, she becomes very sad. She also calls her mom and tells her all this, and is crying a lot at the same time. Her mom says, "Don't lose courage and face this kind of problem." Liu says, "You are right. I will never lose courage." Here, there is a drinking competition between Mock and Karen wins in it, so everyone turns Faye towards Karen. To this, Karen says, "I didn't do all this because I want Faye. I want to end this thing. How can you guys decide by drinking who the girl will get? I don't believe in this thing." Saying this, he leaves from there. After he leaves, Faye says, "Karen is right. You guys have no right to decide by drinking who I should be with. My consent should also be involved in this." After this, Karen is going with Anne. So Anne asks him, "Did you get a room for rent?" Karen says, "Not yet. I was getting one at a place today, but I lost it while helping Liu." To this, Anne says, "Come on, let's go there and find out again. Maybe you'll get a room." Karen says, "Okay." Then he comes there with Anne, and Saint is already waiting for him there. When Karen comes, Saint says to him, "I have filled the form in your place, and now you have got that room." Hearing this, Karen says, "Thanks," to him. So Saint says to him, "I will also help you put your things away." After this, Karen goes with An to get his things. Then Karen comes with his things, and both An and Saint help him put his things away. The next day, Liu is at her house, and her doorbell rings. When Liu opens the door, Saint is there, and Karen is also standing behind him. Liu says to Karen, "Saint lives here, so he is here, but what are you doing here?" Karen says, "I have come here to live." Hearing this, Liu is surprised. Then the three of them are sitting together, and Saint tells Liu he has only brought books and a fish stand with him. Liu is surprised to hear this. Karen says, "I will buy the rest of the things myself." Then Karen says, "You troubled me so much in placing the table." Saint says, "Yes, he doesn't even know how to place the table in the right place. Then I helped him place the table in the right place." After this, they both start arguing, so Liu says, "How will you two live together like this?" Saint says, "Who wants to live with him anyway?" Karen also says, "I have no desire to live with you either." The next day, there is also a festival, so at Liu's request, Faye and Mimi also come to serve drinks wearing animal costumes. When the senior sees this, he says, "What are you guys wearing? Go and wear yesterday's dress." To this, Liu says, "We will serve in this dress today. If you don't like it, then we are leaving. Then you can serve it yourself." Hearing their words, the senior also agrees, and then these people start serving in this dress. After a while, Faye pretends to faint in front of everyone, so they take off her costume, due to which Faye's body is being revealed. So everyone starts taking her pictures and at the same time says, "Look, how hot she is." Liu is stopping them from taking pictures. Just then, Karen comes there with a cloth and puts it on Faye. Then Saint takes her to the hospital. After he leaves, the senior scolds Lou and says, Faye is in this condition because of you. You made her wear a costume in which she was suffocating. You did all this because you are not as hot as her. To this, Lou says, yes, I did all this because I didn't want anyone to see our bodies. And you were giving us clothes to wear in which our bodies were being revealed in front of everyone. Hearing this, the senior steps forward to hit her. Just then, Karen comes there and stops him and says, what Liu has done is right. Then Mock, who is standing nearby, also says, I think what Liu has done is right, and we should change this thing. The senior is still not being quiet, so his friend quiets him down and says, you guys are right, we should change this thing. Then night falls, and the festival ends. So Liu is packing things. Then Mimi says to her, there will be fireworks in a while. So don't you have anyone with whom you can watch the fireworks? Hearing this, Liu becomes quiet. Then Karen comes there and asks her to go with him. So Liu also goes with him. Over there, Faye regains consciousness, and Saint is sitting next to her. He says to Faye, whatever happened today, you did it on purpose, right? Faye says, it's nothing like that. Saint says, from today, my eyes will be on you. Saying this, he leaves from there. Faye gets a little scared hearing this. Then Karen and Liu are wandering in the festival, where Liu says thanks to him. Karen says, thanks for what? Liu says, for helping me today? Karen says, it's nothing like that. I am always ready to help you. They are both talking when some girls come there and take Liu with them to their booth. Liu asks, what is this? So they say, here, any two people who look into each other's eyes become a couple. Then a girl says, but who will sit with them? Just then Karen comes and sits there, and as they are about to start this game, Karen says to Liu, I like you. Hearing this, Liu is shocked and starts looking into his eyes. Karen also looks into her eyes. Both are looking at each other. Just then, due to her own hand touching it, her drink spills on her clothes. Seeing this, Karen takes her with him, and those girls say, look, we have found a new couple. Then Karen takes her to the storeroom with him and says, I saw a shirt here. You wear it. Saying this, he starts to leave, but it turns out that the door is stuck and it is not opening. Then Karen says, I'll turn my face that way. You change your shirt. Saying this, he turns to the other side, and Liu changes her shirt. Then the fireworks start, so they both start watching the fireworks from the room. Just then, Karen confesses his love to Liu. Seeing this, Liu is shocked. And just then, Mimi and another girl come there to put some things away. And seeing them both there, they ask, what are you two doing here? To this, Liu says, my drink spilled on my shirt, so Karen came here to give me a shirt. And when he was going back, the door got locked, and we were left here. Mimi says, oh, so that's the matter. After this, Liu picks up a box of her things and runs away from there. Saint is standing at the door, but she ignores him too and leaves from there. Saint is surprised to see this. Then Liu comes home, and she is not able to sleep thinking about all this. She tries to message him but is unable to. Here Karen also tries to message her but is unable to. Then Liu is thinking about all this. Just then, she gets a message from Karen. I like you. Liu sees that message but does not reply to it. The next morning when Liu leaves home to go to college, she sees Karen in front of her but she does not say anything to him and walks ahead. Sight R start. Karen also comes after her. Then Karen calls her and stops her. She says that she has a class and is going early. So Karen says, I have a class too. I have to go too. Then both come out and stand. Karen is about to ask her about last night's matter, but just then Liu changes the topic and says, the weather is very nice today. Karen says, yes, it really is nice. Just then, Liu's ride arrives, so she says to Karen, my ride has come, I am leaving. Saying this, she leaves from there. Then Karen comes to college and meets An and asks, what happened? Has Liu given you any answer? Karen says, no, she has not given me any answer yet. Here, when Liu is coming from the canteen with a drink, she meets Faye. She says to her, a lot of things went wrong yesterday because of me. Liu says, no, it's not your fault. I gave you that dress to wear. These two are talking when Karen comes there and says hi to Liu, but Liu does not give him any answer and says to Faye, let's go to class, it's getting late. Then she goes to class with Faye. Then both of them come and sit in the class. Just then Mock comes there, wearing clothes just like Karen's. Seeing this, everyone is surprised. Just then, Karen also comes there and seeing Mock, asks, you bought these clothes online? Mock says, yes, I bought these online from a girl. Hearing this, Karen understands that he bought these clothes from his sister. Then Karen goes to Liu to talk to her, but she starts talking to her friends instead. So Karen comes and sits next to An and says, I think everything is over because Liu is not even talking to me. To this, An says, maybe it's nothing like that. She might be confused about what answer to give you. And I think you should ask her out on a date soon because on social media, everyone is making you and Faye a couple. Yesterday, when Faye fainted, you put a cloth on her. Because of this, everyone thinks you and Faye are a couple. Hearing this, Karen says, but it's nothing like that. Then after the class is over, Liu is leaving, so Karen stops her and says, I need to talk to you about something alone. Liu says, I have some work to do, so I won't be able to talk to you right now. Saying this, she leaves with her friends. Then everyone is in the lab. In the lab, Liu doesn't have a coat, and over there, Karen asks Liu out for dinner on a piece of paper and puts that paper in his coat. When Liu goes to get the coat, Karen gives her his coat. Karen thinks that Liu will see that piece of paper and then go to dinner with him. Then after the class is over, Karen comes to Liu and says, "I left something of mine in the pocket." So Liu takes off the coat and gives it to him and says, "You can see for yourself what's in it. Anyway, my work is done." Saying this, she leaves from there and Karen's plan fails. Then, Liu goes to a shop and Karen goes after her and says to her, "Will you go to dinner with me on Saturday?" Just then, Saint also comes there and says, "I will also go with you guys, and we will go for dinner today itself." Hearing this, Liu says, "Yes, why not? You should also go with us." Saying this, she leaves from there. After she leaves, Karen says to Saint, "You know I am going to take her on a date on Saturday, so why did you come in between?" Saint says, "Because on Saturday, she will go on a date with me. That's why I suggested dinner today." Hearing this, Karen gets sad, thinking Liu is going on a date with him on Saturday. Then Liu is in college, and Saint calls her and says, "On Saturday, we have to go to a museum where there are very good perfumes." So Liu agrees to this. Then when Liu is telling her friends about this, Karen overhears it and finds out she is going to the museum to see perfumes and not on any date. Then Faye says, "Saint has chosen a good place. He will have his date and you won't be able to refuse him either." Then Saturday comes, and Saint takes Liu to a perfume museum where a lot of perfumes are kept. Liu is very happy to see them and then starts giving her opinion to everyone there. After that, Saint and Liu come back to their perfume place where Saint makes perfume. There, Saint asks her, "What happened? You look a bit worried." So Liu says, "Karen has proposed to me, but I don't know what answer to give him." Saint says, "If you like him, then tell him." But Liu says, "I can't tell him, because if I tell him, he will fight with everyone for me and ruin his life. And I can't do that. He fought with boys in school for me, and after that he also fought with Mock, and I don't want him to do all this because of me. So I will stay away from him and never tell him that I like him." Then Karen goes to his old school with An, and An asks him if this idea would be good for a date. If Liu comes to school, she will remember old bad memories. To this, Karen says, "I will turn her bad memories into good memories." Then he takes a lot of pictures of the school and puts them in a bag and leaves it outside Liu's house and also writes in it, "Let's start again, and I want to change your bad memories into good memories." When Liu comes home, she sees those pictures in that bag. Then she takes everything and comes to Saint and says to him, "Karen wants to change my old bad memories into new memories. I don't know what to do now." To this, Saint tells her, "You should forget the old things and not go back into them again." After that, Saint confesses his love to her. Hearing this, Liu is very surprised, and she comes back without giving him any answer. Then, when Karen comes to his house, he finds the same bag on his door. Liu also comes to her house and starts thinking about that matter. The next day, Liu goes to do laundry and Saint also comes there. Liu says to him, "I didn't know you wake up so early." Just then, Karen also comes there. He also puts his clothes in the washing machine. Liu sees him and leaves from there. After she leaves, Karen asks Saint, "How was your Saturday date?" So Saint doesn't give him any answer. Then Karen is in class, and An comes to him and asks him what happened. Karen says that nothing happened. "When I went to my house, my bag was hanging on my door, and when I went to do laundry, Saint was there. I asked him about his date, but he didn't give me a clear answer." Hearing this, An says that now you have to do something quickly, otherwise Saint might win over you. Hearing this, Karen also says that now I will do something quickly. Then everyone is in class when the teacher comes and gives them a project and asks them to form pairs for it. Then after the class is over, Liu says to Mimi and Paula, "Will one of you be my partner?" But they say that we have already found a partner. Just then, Karen comes there. So Mimi says to him that Liu doesn't have a partner, so you become her partner. So Karen agrees to it. Liu refuses at first, but on Mimi's insistence, she also agrees. Faye is also watching all this from a distance and is making some plan or the other. Then Karen tells this to Aeon, so An tells him that now you should not delay at all and somehow convince Liu. Then Karen says, "When we both are watching a movie, I will hold her hand and confess my love to her again." To this, An tells him that you should not lose your confidence in this work at all. You have to stay confident and win her heart. After that, Liu is getting ready to watch a movie. Just then, Faye asks her, "Where are you going?" So Liu tells her that I am going to watch a movie with Karen for the project. Faye says, "Will this be your date?" Liu says, "It's nothing like that. We are just friends and friends can watch a movie together." After that, Liu comes out and Karen is waiting for her outside. Then they both go to watch a movie. Then as soon as they sit in a car, Karen tries to take a selfie with her, but Liu turns her face to the other side. So Karen understands she doesn't want to take a selfie with me. so he puts his mobile down. After that, they both go to a place where the person who knocks down the glasses by throwing a ball will be given a duck teddy as a prize. Karan tries very hard, but he is not able to win, so the shopkeeper gives him a keychain for free. Over there, Liu also tries for him and she wins the duck. Then these two are watching a movie together, and Karen thinks of holding her hand, but Liu has placed her hand in such a way that Karen is not able to hold her hand at all. So he just starts watching the movie with her. After watching the movie, Karen takes her to a hotel for dinner. But when Liu goes there and sees the prices of things, she is surprised and says to Karen that the things here are very expensive, we should leave from here. But Karen says that no, now that we have come here, we will leave only after eating. Then Liu goes to the washroom, and just then she gets a call from someone. When she comes out, she sees that Karan is ordering a lot of food. She tells him not to do so, but he doesn't listen to her at all. So she says that, I got a call from your mom. She has come to your house with food, so we should eat with her. Saying this, she takes him from there. Then they both come home, and their Karen's mom has brought food for him. So the three of them eat together. Then after eating, when Karen and Liu are washing the plates, their mom is very happy to see them and also takes their picture. After that, mom says that I have also brought ice cream for you guys. When they are both eating ice cream, mom again takes their picture. They both also see this. Mom says that you two looked very good together, that's why I took your pictures. Hearing this, Liu feels a little awkward and starts to leave from there, so Karen looks at her. Actually, he wanted to give her the keychain that the shopkeeper had given him, but he is not able to give it. Just then, his mom sees him and understands everything, and she stops Liu and puts that keychain on her bag. After this, Liu leaves from there. After she leaves, Karen's mom says to him that it seems I shouldn't have come at this time. I have ruined your date. To this, Karen says nothing. Then when Liu comes home, Karen's mom sends her that picture which she had taken. Liu is happy to see those pictures. Then she gets a message from Faye and she calls her to meet. So Liu goes to meet her. Faye asks her how her day was. Liu says it was good. Karen is not such a bad guy after all. To this, Faye says that I have called you here to talk about this very thing. Liu says, what is it? So Faye says, I like Karen. Hearing this, Liu is shocked. Faye says to her, will you help me get close to Karen? To this, Liu does not give any answer. Then she comes home and thinks about what she should do. Then she opens social media and sees that there, everyone has made Faye and Karen a couple. So seeing this, she thinks, if Karen stays with me, he will keep fighting with everyone. It's better that he stays with Faye. She is thinking all this when Karen comes there and asks her what she is thinking. Liu says, nothing. And saying this, she leaves from there. In the next scene, everyone is in the lab and there An says to Liu, I don't want to work with Karen today. So will you work with Karen today? Hearing this, she's about to go towards him, but before that, Faye says, I will work with Karen today. Saying this, she goes to him, and Liu feels bad seeing all this. Then after the class is over, Faye says to Karen, I need to talk to you about something. Karen says, what is it? So Faye says, come outside with me for a minute. I want to tell you something. So Karen goes outside with her. There she starts petting her cat and also tells Karen, you should also love it like this. But Karen stays away from it because he is allergic to cats. But Faye is still calling him to pet the cat, and Liu is also watching all this sitting inside, and she feels very bad. Karen then tells Faye that I am allergic to cats. Faye says that I didn't know. If I had known, I would never have said that to you. After this, Karen tells her to stay away from Liu and leaves from there. After that, Faye meets Liu and says, can you help me send Karen on a lunch with me once? I need to talk to him about something. Liu says that he won't agree, so Faye says that if you tell him it's from you, he will agree. So Liu does just that. She goes to meet Karen and invites him to lunch with her. Karen immediately agrees after hearing her and comes to have lunch with her. Just then, Faye also comes there and she pretends as if she came by mistake. Then Liu goes to the washroom and Faye sits there in her place. Karen says to her, what are you doing here? Go from here. So Faye says, Liu did all this at my request. She doesn't love you. I love you. She called you here at my request to have lunch with me. And if we both become a couple, won't that be great? Karen is not listening to anything she says when Liu is secretly leaving from there. So Faye tells her, look, Liu is leaving. Hearing this, Karen comes to her and asks, why did you do that? Liu says that Faye wanted to talk to you about something, so I did all this. Karen says, I never want to date Faye. To this, Liu says, she likes you and I also want you two to be together. Hearing this, Karen asks her, don't you like me? Liu says, no, I don't like you. Saying this, she leaves from there and starts crying. After that, Karen also goes to a place and drinks a lot. Just then, An comes there and she says to him, why are you drinking like this? Karen says, Liu doesn't like me. To this, An says, maybe someone else is more important to her and she has chosen him. So now, you should respect her decision. Here, Liu is crying a lot remembering all this. Then Liu comes to meet Saint and tells him everything. So Saint says that if you like him so much, then tell him everything. Liu says that no, I can't do that, because if I do that, he will fight with people and ruin his career. Then she says to Saint that I am talking about Karen in front of you. So you must be feeling bad, right? Saint says that no, I don't feel bad at all, because I know that you don't like me. You just consider me your good friend. And love can end, but friendship never ends. In the next scene, we see Faye, who is live streaming and is saying very nice things to everyone on the live stream. Then, after the live stream ends, she checks her weight, and her weight should have been 45 kilograms, but here her weight is 47 kilograms. Seeing this, she gets worried and then goes to the bathroom and starts vomiting by herself, so that her weight decreases. Then in the class, the teacher says that in this time's project, Karen and Faye have topped. After this, the teacher pairs Faye and Karen for the next project. Hearing this, Faye says, I have no objection to this. You should ask Karen once too. The teacher says, I will talk to him. Lou is also watching all this and is not feeling good at all. Then Faye comes out and tells her friends about this and is very happy. Just then, Mimi says to her, I saw your live stream. You have very expensive things. Faye says yes. Just then Anne comes there and says to her, I saw you in my neighborhood today. You live in my neighborhood, right? Faye says, yes, I live right there. So Anne says, then where did you get such expensive things from? Faye says, I bought those things by saving my money and some things were gifted to me, which my fans gifted me. Anne says, then what was the need to hide this from us? Faye says, I haven't hidden anything from anyone. This was never mentioned. If it had been, I would have told that I belonged to a poor family. Then these people are leaving, and Saint sends flowers for Lou. When Lou is looking at him, the others are happy for her and say that your and Saint's pair will be good. Then Lou meets Karen and asks him, have you said yes for the project with Faye? Karen says, yes. And you wanted the same thing, right? That I should be good with Faye, so I am doing just that. Liu says, that's not what I meant. You do whatever you want. I am not forcing you to be with Faye. Then when Karen is coming home, he meets Saint, and he takes him to the place where he has kept the perfumes. Seeing this, Karen asks him, do you also want to become a perfumer? Saint says, yes. Seeing all this, Karen thinks maybe this is why Lou has chosen Saint. Then he says to Saint, you take good care of Lou and make her a good perfumer. Saying this, he leaves from there. The next day, Saint comes to pick up Liu, so everyone sees him and starts making them a couple. Saint then takes her to the library and is also taking her pictures there. Liu tells him not to do so. After that, they both go shopping too. And after coming back from there, they again start making perfume. Here they are also joking a lot with each other. After that, they both start talking. And here, Liu, again, starts talking about Karen. Hearing this, Saint says to her, forgive me, I know that you like Karen, but still I confessed my love to you. Karen also likes you, and I think you shouldn't delay now and should confess your love to Karen. And what about me? I was your friend before, and I will remain your friend in the future. And anyway, I have had many girlfriends before, and I will find someone in the future too. But Karen is the best for you. So don't delay now and go to him quickly. Liu listens to all this and then hugs Saint and comes to meet Karen. When she comes to Karen's house, he is not at his house. She also calls him, but he doesn't pick up the call either. Then she calls Miss Linda and asks her about Karen. And Miss Linda tells her, Karen has come to my studio. Hearing this, Liu immediately goes to Miss Linda's studio to meet Karen. There she meets Karen and says to him, I have hurt you a lot. Can you forgive me for that? Karen says, what are you talking about? Liu says, I don't want to be your friend anymore. Karen says, why is that? Did I make any mistake? Liu says, no, I don't want to be your friend anymore, but your girlfriend. After this, Liu confesses her love to him. Karen can't believe it when he hears this and thinks, Liu has now become my girlfriend. After this, they both hug each other. Then when Faye is going home, she finds that campus cat near her house. So Faye picks it up and is taking it to her house. Then someone is taking her pictures. After this, when Karen and Liu are going home, Karen extends his hand to hold Liu's hand. Liu thinks that he is holding her bag, so she gives him her bag. Then, when they both go ahead, they meet Saint there. Seeing Saint, Karen says to him, now we are both dating each other. To this, Saint teases him and says that I knew this before you. Saying this, he leaves from there. After he leaves, Karen asks Liu how he knew before. So Liu does not answer him and starts laughing instead. Then Karen comes home and calls Anne and tells her everything. So Anne is very happy to hear this. The next day, Liu comes to college and Faye tells her, look, the girl in a relationship has arrived. So Liu asks her, how did you know all this? So Faye says, everyone knows this. When Saint came to pick you up, everyone knew you and Saint are dating each other. Liu says that I want to talk to you about something in private. Saying this, she takes her with her. Then going to a place, Liu tells Faye, Karen and I are dating each other. Hearing this, Faye says, "You are kidding, right?" Liu says, "No, I am not kidding at all." Faye still thinks this is a joke and is calling out to Karen because she thinks Karen is hiding somewhere here and these two are joking with her. Liu says, "I am not kidding. This is the truth. Karen and I are dating each other." Hearing this, Faye starts crying and at the same time says to Liu, "How can you do this to me?" Liu says, "I tried to get you and Karen together, but Karen doesn't like you. He likes me, and I like him too, and now we have started dating each other." Hearing this, Faye is about to slap her but doesn't, and then she says to her, "Are you two happy with each other?" Liu says, "Yes, we are both happy with each other." To this, Faye says, "I am happy in your happiness." Saying this, she hugs her and they become friends again. Then everyone is in the lab, and Karen messages Liu and asks what happened. What did Faye say? Liu says, "Don't you worry, everything is fine." Then, after class is over, Liu is sitting at a place, and Faye brings pastries for her, and Liu takes a picture of it and sends it to Karen and writes with it that Faye has brought pastries for me. When Karen and An see that picture, An says, "Why is she being so nice? There must be something to it." Then Faye is at home and is live streaming with those pastries, and she also eats those pastries in front of everyone. Then, after the live stream ends, she goes to the bathroom again and starts vomiting so that her weight doesn't increase. Here we are shown a scene from Faye's past that Faye's mom used to make her vomit in the same way so that her weight wouldn't increase. Here we also find out Faye's face was also very bad before. So her mom used to make her wash her face again and again and used to scold her a lot. She used to tell her, "If you are not beautiful, people will not let you live happily in this society." Then Faye applied a lot of things on her face, due to which her face became fine. So after that too, her mom used to behave very rudely with her and used to say, "Now you should not spoil your face and stay beautiful like this and also not increase your weight more than 45 kilograms. I was not beautiful, that's why my husband divorced me. If you don't stay beautiful, the same thing will happen to you. People will run away from you. And if you stay beautiful, you will be able to control people. And whatever is in your heart, keep it in your heart and talk nicely to people so that people are impressed by you and come close to you." After this, Faye does the same. She pretends to be good in front of people so that people come close to her. Then the flashback ends, and Faye is sitting when she gets a message from Fairy Fi. "What's the matter, you're not messaging?" Faye says, "Nothing, just remembering the old things." Fairy Faye tells her, "No matter what happens, I will always be with you." Faye is happy to see this. The next day, there is a party at their college where Faye confesses her love to Karen in front of everyone. Karen and Liu are shocked to hear this. Then Faye hugs Karen and says, "If you ruin this plan of mine, what do you think? I won't have another plan? I have other plans too, so you don't do anything. If you do anything, Liu could be in danger." Hearing this, Karen remains silent and says nothing to anyone. Everyone asks Faye, "Who among you two asked for a date first?" Faye says, "Karen asked me first," and also tells them a fake love story. After this, she also kisses Karen on the face. After that, Faye is in the washroom, and Liu comes to her and asks her, "Why did you do all this?" Faye says, "I did all this because of you, because I hate you, and I don't want you to ever be happy." Liu asks, "Why do you hate me?" Faye says, "Because you are a plastic beauty and I am a natural beauty. Plastic beauty and natural beauty can never be the same. Your mom and dad had money and they got you plastic surgery and made you beautiful. But I have become beautiful with great difficulty. I have suffered a lot for this. I want people to call me beautiful, but everyone calls you beautiful along with me. And you don't even have natural beauty, that's why I did all this. I made your school photos go viral through mock, so that everyone knows what your face was like before. I did all this on purpose because I hate you." Hearing all this, Liu starts crying, and while crying she says to her, "You hate me, right? So don't bring Karen into this." To this, Faye says, "I will never give you Karen, and people are not with you either. The whole social media is with me, and now whatever you want to do it. No one will support you." After this, Liu meets Karen and says to him, "Whatever you said about Faye was all true. I was the one who didn't believe your words." Karen asks her, "What happened?" So Liu tells him everything. After this, Karen, Liu, Anne, and Saint are all sitting together and thinking about how we can bring Faye's truth out in front of everyone. Here they make a plan. Liu will talk to Faye alone again and also record it, and then we will send that recording to everyone, so that everyone will know Faye's truth. The next day, everyone is sitting together when Karen comes there. So Faye calls him over to her as well, and here Karen behaves very nicely with her and also orders a cake for her and feeds it to her with his own hands. Liu is also watching all this. After eating the cake, Faye goes to vomit again. So Liu also goes after her. In the bathroom, when Faye comes out after vomiting, Liu asks her, "What were you doing?" Faye says, "I don't want to gain weight, so I was vomiting." Liu says, "You shouldn't do this, this is not right." Faye says, "So you will tell me what I should and shouldn't do. What does someone with a fake face know about beauty?" Liu says, "I was worried about you. That's why I'm saying all this. I think you should see a good doctor." Faye says, I don't need your advice. Liu says, aren't you afraid that if your truth comes out in front of everyone, what will happen? All your friends will also leave you. Faye says, they are not my friends. They are with me because of my beauty, and I can leave them whenever I want, and I am having a lot of fun snatching Karen from you. Saying this, she starts to leave, so Liu plays her recording and says, now I will tell everyone your truth. Seeing this, Faye tries to take the mobile from her, so Liu says, if you don't want me to tell everyone your truth, then break up with Karen in front of everyone. After this, Faye meets Karen, and Karen says to her in front of everyone, I want to break up with you. Hearing this, Faye thinks that I can't lose to a plastic girl. Then Faye starts acting here too. You can't leave me like this. You can't do this to me. Here Faye is saying such thing that everyone think Karen is doing wrong with her. And here too, everyone starts supporting Faye. Just then, someone sends that recording to everyone. Seeing this, Faye starts getting angry at Liu. You did all this. But here we find out that Liu did not do all this. She had already deleted that recording because she was thinking, I do not want to do anything wrong with Faye. This recording was sent to everyone by someone else. After this, Faye is about to hit Liu, but Karen grabs her hand and says to her, stop it now. After this, Faye gets embarrassed in front of everyone and leaves from there. Then she comes home and is reading people's comments, and people are making negative comments about her. Seeing this, she gets very upset. Over there, everyone is also reading those negative comments. Then Faye is at her house and she receives a parcel from Fairy Faye in which it is written, I am the one who will always be with you. Faye happily opens that parcel, and in it are many strange pictures of Faye and also a dead mouse. Seeing this, Faye gets scared and starts screaming. Then Liu is at her house and Saint comes to meet her and tells her about those pictures. When Liu sees those pictures, they are the same pictures which were also sent to Faye and have now come on social media as well. And with these, Faye was also being threatened, we will throw acid on your face. Seeing this, Liu is shocked. After this, everyone is together and talking that there is someone who is going to throw acid on Faye's face and we have to save her. Mimi says, I called Faye, but she is not picking up my call. Just then, Aeon comes there and she says, I went to Faye's house to look for her, but Faye was not there. There was also a dead mouse lying there. I think Faye has run away from home. After this, everyone goes to look for Faye, and Film, Karen, and Saint stay there and try to find that person on social media who has made this post. Over there, everyone chooses their own area and goes to look for Faye there. Over here, Film finds out the recording that was sent to everyone was sent from Mimi's account. Knowing this, Karen calls Liu and tells her this. Mimi is with Liu at that time, so Liu asks Mimi about this. Mimi is quiet at first, but later she tells them, on that day when you two were talking, I was in the bathroom and I recorded your conversation. I got angry after hearing Faye's words. That's why I sent that recording to everyone so that everyone would know Faye's truth. Liu asks, did you also threaten to throw acid on her face? Mimi says, no, I haven't done anything like that. Then night falls and these people are still looking for Faye. Here we are shown Faye when she doesn't find her cat at home, so she has come out of the house to look for it. Then she sees a cat at a place. When she is coming to pick it up, Jerry picks it up before she arrives. Over there, Karen and Saint also find out Jerry did all this. He is the one who posted those pictures online, and he is the one who threatened to throw acid on Faye's face. Knowing this, they find out who Jerry is with at this time. Then they find out that Jerry is with Aeon at this time. So they call Aeon and ask about Jerry, and Aeon says, he tricked me and locked me in a room and left. Aeon asks, why? What happened? Why are you asking about Jerry? So Karen tells her everything. Jerry is the boy who is doing all this. Over there, Jerry says to Faye, I liked you, and that's why I always supported you and stood by you. I thought you were a good girl, but now I have come to know that you are not good at all. So now I will punish you for this. You are very proud of your beautiful face, right? Now I will ruin your face forever. Hearing this, Faye gets scared and runs away from there, so Jerry also goes after her. So Faye hides in a place. Jerry comes there and throws acid on her face. Then Karen and Saint also come to the same place, and there they meet Mock. Mock asks them what happened, so they tell him about Jerry. Hearing this, Mock goes to one side, so Karen and Saint also go with him. Just then, Mock sees Jerry running, so he goes after him and catches him and asks him what he has done to Faye. Jerry says, I have punished her. Over here, Liu finds Faye. Faye is hiding her face and crying a lot. Liu tries to console her, but then her hand touches that chemical and she realizes that it is not acid but some other chemical. Seeing this, she also tells Faye that this is not acid. It is something else. Here we find out that Mock, to finish his work in the lab quickly, had put an acid sticker on some other chemical, and then Jerry picked it up thinking, this is acid. Then Faye does not believe her words. She still feels, my face is ruined. So Liu turns on her mobile camera and shows her face and says, look, your face is completely fine. Faye is happy to see this. After this, Faye is in the hospital. So Liu comes to meet her and says, "Whatever happened, forget it. I am still ready to be friends with you, and everyone else is also ready to be your friend." Hearing this, Faye says, "Why are you behaving so nicely with me?" To this, Liu says, "We have both faced similar problems in the past, and now I think that we should forget everything from the past and start anew." After this, she gives her friendship notebook and says, "If you want, you can write your name on it." Saying this, she leaves from there. After she leaves, Faye looks at other people there who are not beautiful but are still very happy. Seeing them, Faye understands. Being beautiful is not necessary. Being happy is necessary. Then we are shown a scene from a little later, where Faye apologizes to everyone and becomes everyone's friend again. Over there, Karen and Liu also start dating in front of everyone. They go to see an outdoor movie once again, where first they play the game of knocking down glasses with a ball, where this time Karen wins. After that, they both also get pictures taken together, and then both come to see a movie where Liu says, "I love you" to him, and Karen also says, "I love you too" to her. And then both kiss each other, and with this drama ends here. If you like this drama, please leave a comment.